Alrighty, well, we are back with another recipe for me to panic over. Today I'm doing. Welcome, by the way. Hello. If you don't know, I'm Professor Drew. This is Channel Professor Who, and I'm trying to learn a bunch of new skills, and I'm starting with learning how to cook like a professional chef. So, I'm just cooking recipes every week, every other week or so, and just kind of reading up, trying to learn things. I'm definitely kind of hitting a slight hitch of like I've read a lot, and now I need to start practicing and learning things. I'm actually gonna take my rings off so I don't get them dirty or anything. Of course, this one's stuck to my finger. There we go. My hands are just dry. I'm washing my hands so much. All right. So I guess I should start with washing this, shouldn't I? Let's get that done. I'll use that one to dry it. That one to scrub it. I don't know how much you can see right now. You can't see anything. Am I on? I'm not. Need to go on ultra wide. There we go. All right. Nice thing is that when this goes in the oven for 40 minutes, it will definitely be sanitized just from the heat, but it would be nice just getting some of this excess dirt off of it. Don't want. All right. Let's dry her off. Yeah, that'll do. All right. Last time I did this, I cut myself. So let's hope we don't. Let's hope we don't repeat this. That's one in down. That's two. All right, now let's cut this baby in half as per the instructions. Honestly, I'm just going to try to work the knife through. Woo! All right, we did it. All right, usually I try to roast these seeds, but that's just not something. I do have some roasted seeds still. Yeah, I don't want to worry about it, so let's grab ourselves a spoon here. Get our chat up as well. All right, so what we're doing here, we're actually Sorry, I just need to get a towel to. Kind of dry this one off. I promise this is clean. I'm just lazy about using parchment paper and stuff, and it's a sheet. It doesn't really affect how it cooks or anything, so no harm, no foul. All right. And the floor is wet. That's my fault. So, we're going to scoop the seeds out of this. I have glue on it. Using quite a bit of this today with the ravioli and whatnot. All right, cool. Put that away for now. I don't love just throwing these away. So maybe I can roast them, see how I'm feeling another day when I'm not doing all this work. So probably put these in the fridge for a day or two. It'll be fine until I'm able and willing to roast them. They'd certainly make a good topping, and I do have some already, so I could use them to top this one. Get as many of these seeds as we can. Not really worrying about the pulp being there either. Just gonna let it. It's interesting to see like what kind of gourds, I guess, where they have their seed. Like pumpkin is like everywhere inside of it. Whereas these only have this little pocket where they keep the seeds. It's interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's not that interesting to you, but me, I think it is. I think that's all the seeds. If not, it's most of them. Time for this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that whole thing in there. I will deal with that later. Future me is gonna regret doing that, but tell you what, present me is sure happy not to have to do it. Gosh, I was listening to some music and now that music is stuck in my head. Can't get it out. Every part of me is working not to just sing the whole time. One, because I don't want to get in trouble, get demonetized, because music on YouTube is weird. And two, like, I don't think I'm a bad singer, but I don't necessarily need to subject you to it. You know? Alright, put that over there. We can throw that away. Let's put in there. We can probably reuse that. Alright. Now, I guess all it says is to drizzle this with olive oil and salt and pepper it, and then we're good to go. We'll throw it in the oven for 40 minutes, and we'll let that go. And we're gonna then prep everything else. Got a new bottle of olive oil. So a lot of the ingredients I'm using today are going to be from Aldi because that's just what was nearby when I was out running errands and I needed to grab stuff for this dish. So an olive oil, this is probably the best thing that came from Aldi. Not that like Aldi has like terrible stuff, but the taco shells we got there were not great. But this, goodness gracious. It's tried and true olive oil from Italy. It smells really good. Hold on. Have you ever just taken a shot of olive oil? Use spoon. Yeah, I really want to try this. That's a good olive oil. I gotta say, got a little bit of a bite, which is good. Got some spice to it. The spice really comes out at the end of this one, but all right, let's get this olive oil spread out around here. No, it doesn't say to take the skin off, I don't think. Let me check the recipe. And I did read the recipe this time. Roast squash. Cut squash half vertically. Use a spoon to scoop out seeds. Okay. Yeah, it might just be easier to take the skin off after cooking it anyway. So let's just do that. I want to compare that olive oil to this other olive oil I have now. This isn't like a fancier one necessarily, but it's just a different brand. It's a kind of a trusted brand, I guess. It's older too. Ooh, that is different. Might need to use that soon. That doesn't taste perfectly right. I might have let that go bad. It's not terrible. It's just it doesn't taste super right. Yeah, that one doesn't have a bite to throw that olive oil. I have had it for a while, so olive oil does go bad. And not a lot of people know that. A lot of people probably use bad olive oil. It's not as shelf stable as you would think. Like it can last for about 6 months, a year at most, but olive oil does go bad. And if that one wasn't bad, it's very much on the cusp. I have to get rid of it. It sucks. If you're using it for just straight like cooking, you're not gonna really know. Like if you're using it as like the sautéing oil, you might not notice as much if you got other foods in there. But when you're using it as like a topping oil, it's a lot more noticeable. So yeah, use your olive oil. Don't save it. It's something to use and not just keep as like a novelty that olive oil is gonna go bad. All right. This side down, which is a little weird, but it's fine. All right, and we're gonna do this for 20 minutes because of the fact that we have to get our garlic and our sage and everything in there. Now, it's not saying to chop this up, and it's calling for a shallot, but I don't have shallots. They weren't at Aldi, and I wasn't about to go on a big long trek trying to find it, so we're using an onion. I definitely don't need this whole onion, so probably just gonna chop up part of it, maybe use like half the big onion. And yeah, I don't think I need to do this whole thing unless we want a very onion filling, which I don't think we do. Whew. Sorry about that. All right. It's gonna have to use this extra onion somewhere else. And I'm just gonna kind of chop it into pieces. This is already like a lot of onion, but I might not even use all of this. You know, that's probably fine. That's probably about 2-ish shallots. Let's see, how many shallots does it even call for? 1 medium shallot, roughly chopped. Okay, I guess it is roughly chopped. 1 medium shallot. Shoot. All right. Like, I mean, we're putting this in a food processor later, so I think we're just cutting it up to a size of... I still feel like that's a lot. All right, I'm gonna say that's about... Yeah, no, that's still a lot. All right, that's good. I'm gonna call that good right there. How many cloves of garlic? 2 garlic cloves, thinly sliced. Now we got 1. There's 2 there. 1's kind of small, but it'll be fine. Ugh. Sneeze got me. All right. Put all this onion in a bowl, and we'll save the rest of this. I may just dice it and throw it in with some other onion I have. Oh yeah, let's get that chat up. I keep forgetting to do that. All right. Oh my gosh, I've been playing this game. Just came out. It's called Card Shop Simulator. You run a little card shop, and they have like basically Pokemon, but not Pokemon, cards that you can sell in the shop. You can sell board games. And I'm usually not the biggest like fan of these simulator games, but you can open card packs, and man, that's addictive. Like it's fun. Um, like it's not just a gimmick. Like I mean, and I actually kind of enjoy running the card shop. It's different. Like the grocery store one is kind of like whatever. There's not much else to it. Close these. Sorry, that was loud. Alright, let's call for this thinly sliced. Get this as thin as I can get it. That's pretty good. Nope, don't want that bit. Ooh, careful. Alright. That's one clove, thinly sliced. This is another bit that was just... For once, it's kind of nice. It all sticking to the knife. Cut that end off. Now, all right. Part's done. Now we need to chop up some sage. 10 fresh sage leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. I can't believe I actually have the right amount. Well, let's make sure it doesn't say like half the sage leaves. All right. Oh, I forgot to prick the skin. Oh no. Oh no. Said to do it with a fork, but we're just gonna. I think that's good. In there. It does not say to chop the sage leaves, which I find interesting. I mean, we're throwing it in a blender, but going back up and reading the article. Okay, I don't see anything saying to chop the sage, so I'm not going to. I am going to just kind of try to dice the rest of this. Doesn't have to be a perfect dice, but I'm not winning any awards here, but now I can properly dice this. Right, and that's what I like to call good enough. All right, put the garlic back over here. I've got a container of onions in here, and I can just dude, they're fine. Okay, I might not have enough. I'm gonna sprinkle a few extra onions in there. A little extra onions won't hurt. We can fit this. We can do it. All right. Yeah. There we go. A lot of onions there. I'm gonna have to use that for something. Go caramelize them or something when I get the chance, but try not to add too much to this. So I've still got like blanched broccoli and everything. We got a few minutes, so I guess we can wash this stuff and get it ready. Get this area ready for the pasta dough. All right, go there. Steak. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to do the steak, to be honest. I'm just going to have to fit it in somewhere. You guys probably can't even hear me. I don't know if I'm going to really even need this knife. Yeah, actually, yes, I will. I'm going to need all of it still. Okay. Let's give it a rinse. Actually, I'm going to need to use all of this again. But we'll do that stuff over here. Do that stuff over. Oh, hey, eggs. Careful with the eggs. All right, good work, Drew. Alrighty. Get this cleared off. Luckily, this space is all clean and ready, so we'll be good to go. There. Yeah, we're gonna kind of have to figure out space as we go. I've got my blender here. I might just use that. Food processor is gonna do a better job. Food processor. Go. What's that? That. Cool. Food processor is out and ready for us to use. And let's get some foil ready, and let's get this all prepared. Where's my olive oil? Where did I put that? Am I blind? There it is. We're just gonna lightly season this. Some olive oil. Also some salt. Pepper. I'm like near out of pepper. I've got peppercorns and I have a small grinder I could use, but this stuff to the big well. Okay. I'm just putting all this in the foil. Making sure we get as much of it into the foil as we can. I should have just used foil. There's no reason to dirty a bowl, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. I think we let this just sit in a ball of foil, and it's almost ready to add into there. Might even just add it a little early. Yeah, let's just do that. Not gonna hurt anything. Alright, timer off, timer back on. And we'll do it for 22 minutes. That'll roughly be about what we need there. And now, make sure this counter is completely dry. Get a paper towel. Okay. Now it's time for the flour. Making the pasta. We're going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. It says spooned and leveled. I don't know what that means. But I'm just going to get 2 cups of flour. I'm going to grab a little knife here and make sure that we can level it. Pasta, unlike other dishes, is not an exact science. I'm going to make sure you guys can see everything we got going on. Yeah, you guys cannot see everything we've got going on. All right. No, we're just going to move our friends here. Learn from last time. This floor is wet everywhere because of we don't really need to advertise anything. I'm not sponsoring anybody. No one's sponsoring me. Okay. One more guy. Look at this guy. Alrighty. Half teaspoon of salt, half tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. You got it, dude. Okay. I'd say that's pretty good. We can try to make it a little bit more. There we go. That's good. All right, let's get another cup of the good stuff. Trying not to get flour like absolutely everywhere. All right. Now it says to make a little moat, basically, a little crater. A place to put everything. Trying to make sure the bottom is also flour. I don't know why that's important, but it feels kind of important to me. All right. We've got our little... Wow, I am so sorry. That was super loud. Okay, let's put this on the tray. We can cover this back up. Actually, what we're going to do, I'm going to scoop some flour into here, and then we can use that as needed and not risk all this other flour. We're going to put this back in the pantry. Don't think we'll put it over here. I don't think we're going to need it anytime soon, but all right, now it's time to add our 3 eggs. Let's measure the salt and the olive oil first. We need half a teaspoon of salt. Perfect. Okay, look, we're going to crack the eggs first. We will get out the utensils, though. It's at half a tablespoon. I know I have half a tablespoon. I don't know where it is. How is that in here? I will worry about that later. There we go. That's a teaspoon. You know what? We're just going to eyeball it. Let's prepare a little more away from the heat. Everything else will be fine. All right. And I'm just going to confirm it says 3 eggs. 3 large eggs. Got it. And we're going to crack these into the center. Brown eggs are so much more aesthetically appealing, but there's literally no difference than them or white eggs, so don't stress about it if eggs are brown or white. If someone's trying to tell you it's different, then they're lying to you. Like, it's possible that different eggs have different nutritional values, but it is not affected by the color of the eggs, so just so you're aware. All right, now we can add the salt. We can add the olive oil. Ugh. I really, really need to wash this apron, but I figured I'm working the flour again, so I will do it after this one. Get about half. That's good. Olive oil in there. Half that. I'm gonna set it over here. Go back to it. Let's get out our fork. This is something I've actually kind of done before. Like not super exactly, but so what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of try to break up these eggs and try to keep this flour wall intact while slowly incorporating outer parts of the flour into the mix. Man, this is not, I don't think it needs to be mixed to the perfect scramble, but we're just gonna slowly try to incorporate it without completely tearing the wall down. We can always use our hand, kind of get it as dry as I can. Get our hand in here to help keep that structure sound. But we are going to slowly try to incorporate the flour. I really should have sifted the flour before doing this. That's okay. Gonna be fine. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. We're losing a wall. Oh, we lost our walls. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just try and incorporate. Yeah. All right. Really trying to incorporate this together. All right. I think we were able to handle the runaway part decently well. It wasn't a ton of flour, so you know what we're gonna have to do. Things are resting. It's actually clean our pasta maker because I haven't used it before, so I'm gonna need to wash it before I use it. Probably it'd be nice if they came right out of the box usable, but probably. This is the messy part. Very messy. But this is kind of relaxing. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know what time it is right now. Probably like near 8. Okay, 7:47. That's not too bad. All right. I'm going to need to open up the instructions. Make sure I'm doing this okay. Hands to gently bring the flour and we're to incorporate. Continue working dough with your hands to bring it together to a shaggy ball. Yeah. So we lost the wall. And so now we got to kind of do this the crappy way. Get as much of this off my hands as I can. I like keeping one hand clean. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty nice. So, okay. I was a little worried that this is very dry, but it says just to keep working it, and it should come together. So we're just going to keep doing that. We're just going to try to grab as much of this, keep as much of this moisture together as possible. I mean, I can kind of already feel it starting to incorporate, which is good. It's incredible how, like, how do people figure this stuff out, you know? Like, they had to practice and fail so many times, and, like, someone kept track of all the mistakes they made and, like, how to do this right. Like, someone did all the steps first. And I find it really interesting. I would love to learn how. Okay, we need to knead this for a while. So this is going to be a slow work of it. I'm going to read this out loud, have it in my head. Knead the dough for 8 to 10 minutes. At the beginning, the dough should feel pretty dry, but stick with it. Might not feel like it's going to come together, but after 8 to 10 minutes of kneading, it should be a cohesive and smooth. If the dough still seems too dry, sprinkle your fingers with a tiny bit of water to incorporate. If it's too sticky, dust more flour on your work surface. Shape the dough into a ball, wrap in plastic, and let rest at room temperature for 30 minutes. Okay, that's what we'll do. I don't have any water available, so I'm going to get some water real quick. Drink some water as well. Okay, that should be enough. I don't think it needs to be a lot. I'm going to drink some water. Not very good at staying hydrated when I do this, so I want to try to be a little different. I hope I'm not eating enough today. Which, to be honest, I feel fine. Like, I can tell I'm a little hungry, but all right. I'm going to get both my hands dirty now so that way this can go faster. Yeah, you can already see that the extra flour is absorbing the moisture. And we'll see where it is in about 8 minutes. I think that's at an 8, so we've been doing this a little bit longer than that. So we can probably see where we are at about the 2-minute mark. Personally, I think we might need to get our hands a little wet, but We'll see. It's really nice doing this compared to the pie crust because I'm not really as worried about overworking this because we want this to be chewy. We want the gluten to form a little bit. We don't need this to rise, thankfully. It actually might rise a little while it's resting. I'm just trying to pull up some of this excess that we have lying around here. Get all those good counter crumbs. Look at this coming together. That's nice. It's not really, it didn't really say, I'm just going to have to clean my computer. It didn't really say, should be cohesive and smooth. The dough still seems dry. Okay. So right now, I would say the dough still feels pretty dry. But we'll see where it's at in a few minutes. I might just let this go till the very end. Although I don't have anything set up for that to cool. I can move that. I can move the skillet for now. That'll probably be what I do. All right. You know, it's starting to smooth out. It's still a little rough. Some of these outer crumbs. So I might have to wet my fingers just a tiny bit. And maybe throw a little bit more flour on the surface, but it's also getting most of this off my hand, which is nice. Like, I was expecting to have to clean my hands a lot more, but this is picking it all up pretty darn well. Like, my hands aren't, like, perfectly clean, but a lot cleaner than when it started. God, that's crazy. Like, how well this came together. You know, you look at this, you're just like, man, this really isn't a lot, but we have to remember that we are thinning this out like crazy into really thin sheets, so I'm sure it'll go a lot further than I think it's going to. I'm going to try to get that stickiness out there because I want that moisture to get into the bits that are kind of hard still. Man, this is great. You can really smell that garlic toasting. Ooh, that smells good. That smells real good. There's one thing I wish I could do was stream how it smells. That's like the one big thing. God, make people so hungry. I feel like having to watch. Just need it. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, this is pretty good. I don't know if I need to add much of anything. We can maybe add a tiny bit more moisture. I don't want a ton. I don't want this super duper sticky. But just a little. Get this nice and smooth. Okay. I say that's pretty darn smooth. Like, there's stuff on the edge, but that's awesome. That's great. I feel good about this. All right, I'm going to quickly wash my hands so I don't contaminate everything I freaking touch. Well, I can probably leave this here now, and I can set pot holders up. Where are my other pot holders? Oh, well, they're already over there. Look at that. Forgetting to bring the shadow. There we go. All right, now we can carry on with our conversation. All right, we can turn the oven off. It's been in there for an extra couple of minutes. Oh, wow, that smells awesome. That smells so good. Look at that. Let that sit for a bit. And we need to let this sit for a bit. That's like perfect timing. We can wrap this up in plastic wrap. And then we can kind of clean up our workstation a little bit. And I can wash the pasta maker. And we'll be kind of well on our way to get everything going. All wrapped up together. And we're just going to set this right over here. And yeah, I think it might be good to clean up. I'm going to need this flour still, so we're going to set that there. Right. Put the salt over here. I'm not super worried about this. This stuff's just gonna go right on here. What I can do is just throw this in here, sanitize it, keep it in there for a few minutes. I guess I can wipe this down. We're gonna need to use it again. Yeah, actually, I think I'm just gonna leave it. We're gonna need it for the pasta anyway. I guess I can grab the bench scraper and just kind of scrape off the excess. That into the trash can. That way, all these stuff seems kind of outright fully clean. And I'm just gonna use it again for purpose. have to be completely perfect, but it is hard to see, which is frustrating with this camera, but the sound isn't super fun. Alright, I'd say that's pretty good. There. And we'll stick that over here in case we need it again. That was also loud. Alright. See, what can I work on now? Think about it. Pasta maker. No, I've been sitting in this box for months. This item is not for resale. This seal is broken. Noted. It's not void. I voided it. Instructions. Pour in the machine, clean it with the dry cloth, and remove any packing oil. What does that mean? To clean the cutter, pass a small quantity of dough through it, and then throw the dough away. I like to use dough. Well, I'm not using the cutter today, so I'm not going to worry about that. That is crazy, though, and I'm glad I know that. That if I do decide to use the cutter... Shit. Well, I know that. This is the cutter. That's interesting. So you gotta clean this by using dough. That's kind of hilarious, honestly. We're just rolling it. This is with a dry cloth. So I will go grab... Yeah, before using the machine, clean it with a dry cloth and remove any packaging. Okay, that's what we shall do. I was kind of expecting to have to, like, wash it, but... But I guess it's so many small moving parts. Okay, it can be washed, but must be dried immediately. Okay. The best way to do this, get rid of any of that packing oil it's referring to. Like, I'm half tempted to just wash this real quick, but sorry, we can clear. All right. I'm going to go ahead and wash this thing. Can you remove this? Oh, you can't. Oh, that's super weird. I don't know what that does. Numbers? What are those numbers for? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Is it how thin it gets? Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. It's very mindful, very demure. I hope you enjoy that. All right. All right. That's cool. Let's give this a wash. just have to dry this immediately, it says. I'm just trying to... Okay. I think we're good to give it the rinse. Now you dry this best as we can. If I had a smaller towel, I could pass that through. I do have some washcloths. I could try doing that. That would dry pretty well, I'd say. Oh, that's cool that I can reach in there and dry it like that. Very nice. Can't on that side, though. This side's just gonna have to hopefully dry on its own. Okay. Got that dried. This may not be the best spot for this. Bought the manufacturing oil from this stuff too. All right. It's interesting that this doesn't just... Let's look at the instructions. That's where that goes. Okay, I see now. We want it to face this way, which that sucks for us because the clamp, you know, probably clamp it like this. It just may not be as secure. Kind of a weird design, if you ask me. Very reliant on you having a counter for that goes in the right the exact spot. And I think that's gonna hold it enough. This is gonna be really awkward, but we can do it. I mean, or I could just do it over here and make my life a lot easier. That's what we'll do. I gotta move some stuff around though real quick, so I will be right back. I'm gonna have to clean this counter off before I do anything with it. Clean this. Good. Okay. Now I can try to remove this clamp. There we go. Move this over here. We're not even ready for this yet, but yeah, that's going to be way better. All right, cool. That's not going anywhere. Loosen it for a second. Just it. There we go. All right, cool. That's not going anywhere. All right. I forgot to set a timer. Shoot. I'm gonna guess we started this right at 8, so we're just gonna follow that. Keep this box for now. Given the kind of steam, now I need them to probably cool. We're gonna open up the foil. Wow, that smells so good. Oh my god, ooh, I am hungry now. If I wasn't before, I sure am now. Okay. I guess I don't want to cook the steak so early. But I guess we can start kind of getting everything else. Maybe I'm going to need some water for the... It's too big. I'm not cooking that much ravioli for myself tonight. Probably about 4 or 5 pieces. Yeah, it's fine. All right, we got our big pot here, ready to go. We'll fill our kettle with water. Got water. It's from like yesterday, don't worry. It's not like I've had water sitting in here for a while. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it wait till about 8:30. Then we'll be good to go. And put those seeds back in the wordly. Okay. So, how's everyone's week been going? Are you glad that it's Friday? I am, even though Friday usually means nothing to me, but today, Friday means kind of something because I'm at least off tomorrow, which is nice. Okay. I'm gonna eat a clementine. Have something on my stomach. That's what I can do. That's a good idea. Okay. So because we're probably still quite a bit away from actually, what I should probably do is do the walnuts in the processor first. I do believe I have some walnuts. Let's consult the recipe. Sorry, this is loading so slow. Probably because of the streaming and stuff. It's running this thing kind of hard. All right. So, make the filling, pulse the walnuts in a food processor until very finely ground, add the cooked shallots. Okay, so we're doing that with the walnuts. I'm going to do that over here, and I'm going to bring you guys over here with me to do that real quick. And we're going to make the filling. I think the pasta dough sitting for a little while longer isn't going to be a huge issue or any issue at all. So I'm just not going to worry about it. And I don't think all that needs to be perfectly like cold It just needs to be cool enough to put in here without being an issue. All right, we need walnuts. How many walnuts? I don't know. 1/4 cup. Where are my walnuts? I know I got some. There. Walnuts. 1/4 cup. 1/4 cup. I don't know why I didn't just have the lid on here and put them through the slot. It'd make a lot more sense. But then again, I don't do a lot of things that make sense. Okay. How are we looking there? I'm probably due to bring you guys closer. None of this is heated up or anything, so I think this is a little warm, but all right. Isn't this just such a beautiful shot? Look at all this cordage here. All right, let's pulse. That might just turn it. Set until it's a fine powder, right? Wish I had a better memory. Very finely ground. I think that's pretty finely ground. Next, I think it's time to get the squash and stuff. Add to cooked shallots and stuff to the food processor. Measure 1.5 packed cups of the squash. Okay. So we can. We can add this in here. That tastes very good. Okay. And now, says we need 1.5 cups of the squash. Ooh, it's hot. Ow. Oh. Whew. Okay. Almost seems like the skin is just going to come off. I don't even know if it's necessary to take the skin off at this point. But just in case, let's just go ahead and it's kind of peeling off, so we can just peel this off. It may have wanted us to keep the skin. I don't know, but In fact, I might just do it with this, the knife. Just don't want to waste all the taste the squash. Mmm. Yeah, it's good. I really don't know how necessary this is, but it'll be easier to chop up this way. I don't know how much I want that texture of the skin in there. Like, it's going to be all processed up, but I don't know. I feel like this is the right thing to do. Sorry, you can't really see it. Let's use our whole brain. Okay. Now you can see it. Now you can watch me do a horrible job at trimming this. Like, it really just comes right off, which is nice. Hopefully this will yield us a cup and a half. I can deal with the other one later off screen. I might still need it for. Oh, cool. I can follow this one. Line. Ah, that's hot. Okay. I'd say that's pretty good. I've got most of it. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but getting most of that skin off, I think, is the right call. It says we need about a cup and a half of this, so I'm going to go grab a measuring cup. I'm going to use I know it's not efficient to have to walk back and forth from this to the trash can. The trash can's literally right here. For me, there's honestly no point in dirtying a whole other container. I assume we want this kind of shop. It's kind of chopped up. Packed cubes. So we're like packing this in here. I want to fit as much of this as possible. So we're going to cube this. Until we get to roughly 1.5. That makes a weird noise. Looks like a cup and a half is going to pretty much be half the squash. So that's what I'm going to do. Use half the squash. Okay, that's actually right at 1.5 there. There's not that much squash left, so we're just gonna chop this up nice and fine. I'm not too worried about the ratio here. We might just have some extra. And we've got that whole other half that we can use to dice up and stuff and use as toppings and use for other things as well. So I'm not super duper worried about it. Yeah, that's fine. My hands are messy. Okay. All right. We need to add vinegar, nutmeg, salt, and some pepper. Okay, 2 tablespoons of a dry white wine. That's perfect. I'm going to use a new bottle. As long as I have one. Okay. And then we can use the rest of this wine to make a sauce. 2 tablespoons. Fourth teaspoon of salt. It's calling for sea salt. I do have. It's Morton. Well, I mean, it's Morton kosher. I had sea salt here somewhere. If not, then I'll just use kosher. Yeah, I don't think I have any, so we'll just use kosher salt. That's fine. It's a little more than a fourth, but it's less salty than usually sea salt is, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And we need nutmeg. How much nutmeg? Pinch of nutmeg. Whoa. Okay. Good pinch of nutmeg. Alrighty. In there. That wasn't the smartest move by me. It's fine. Okay. And some black pepper. I still have that grinder. I kind of hope that I do. Thought I did. There's a chance I got rid of it. I got rid of it. All right. That's just gonna have to be as much as we can get. That's a decent amount of pepper anyway. I need a bit more pepper now. I could throw a dash of white pepper in there if I want. All right, let's process this. There it is. All right. Now I think we just process it. Pulse until smooth, chill until ready. Trying to get it to be just pretty much a smoothie. I'm looking through here to see, look for chunks and everything. Right. I'll use this end of it. That tastes really good. Now let's just, it could use a little bit more mixing, but this is good. We can kind of break it up. It's a pretty good puree. But we want this thing smooth. So we're going to keep going a little bit more. So it's from all right. That might be good. Maybe just a little bit more. It's so close. I think it's got a good salt level. I don't think we want too much because we'll be adding salt in other ways. The pasta will have some salt and everything, so I think we're good. And now this isn't the best processor in the world, so okay. I think I like that. I think that's solid. So it says that we can just put this in the fridge to chill until we're ready, which we're definitely going to do. Okay. I really got to find time for the steak. It might just have to be the last thing because I can use the steak. Yeah, that's going to be the last thing. Maybe while we're cooking the pasta, we have this going and ready. But now we're going to roll the pasta. So I'm going to bring you guys over here. You guys can look at our beautiful living room. And we can go back to the pasta recipe. We need to dust 2 large I'm going to transfer that other. Wait, I'm going to transfer it over to the cutting board. All right. Okay, we need to dust these trays with words, flour, but I'm actually going to put parchment paper on first, just to hopefully help the clean up a little bit. I'm still going to have to wash them, but it may not be as bad as it would be on its own. One paper on it. Where's my? It's in here. And it's hot. I'm done. Okay. We're going to let this one cool for a few. And I'll get back to that one, and we can focus on this one. Might be better to just... Yeah, okay. That works. Oh, you can really tell the wide lens when I get close to this. Right here, let's go to the regular wide angle camera, see how that works. Wow, that light behind us is quite bright. Lower. Okay. Now I need to dust this one with flour. Sorry, I'm going to dust this one off screen real quick. I'm just putting parchment paper on it. Oh, sorry, my finger just locked up. Keep that. Okay. That's there. Might be too much flour, but it's fine. Alright, I'd say that's good. We're probably going to need that there. Set the dough piece on a countertop or work surface. Okay. Let's get our piece of dough. Let's get our bin scraper. Let's clean the outside of that. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. It's fine. My face isn't the important part. All right, slice the dough into 4 pieces. Yeah. Let's flour our work surface just a little bit. You know, they're not perfectly even, but they're close enough, I'd say. All right. Gently flatten into an oval disc. Okay. We're going to set these aside. We're going to focus on this one. I mean, I guess we can fold them all and we can put them all in little ovals. Don't think it has to be perfect. It says I can skip the folding step, but them being square would be nice just to... I don't know if I needed to do that. Okay. Good enough. We're gonna do... I was supposed to do that first. Okay. I don't think it's a huge deal. 3 times on level 1, the whitest setting. Whitest. Alright, this is the part I haven't done before. So this is the, hey, what's up, Dreadlock? How's it going, my man? Sorry, I just pulled the chat up. Hope you haven't been waiting long, but man, it's good to see you. It's been a minute. Alright, and this is the first go around. I think it's on the whitest setting. Yeah. I don't think we go any whiter, because then it starts to get thinner again. Okay. There we go. That is the whitest setting. This does not want to stay flat. Okay. Alright, let's tighten that a bit. Are we tightening it? I think we are. That's cool. That's so fun. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Um, we're making ravioli tonight. Butternut squash ravioli. Went to a friend's wedding last weekend, and that was a lot of fun. And just been trying to live my best life. Alright. I can skip the folding step, but I might still try. Okay. Now run the dough pasta level 3 times on level 2. I guess. Alright, that one's folded. Let's run this one through. Let's keep it on the same settings. This is really satisfying. Though I have a feeling it's going to get really hard. But luckily, it's just a beautiful dough. Awesome. Okay. That one, fold. Fold. Apparently we don't have to do this. Maybe we do leave it, because we want this to get real thin. Or let's see if I can unfold. Unfold. It's a little sticky, but I think I can unfold it. Yeah. Unfolded. Okay. Let's press these out. This is an oval, but like this is a slice of pizza. I don't know if I was supposed to cut it differently or something, but I don't think it has to be an exact science. Good luck if you don't have one of these. I think you should get one. And making pasta is a lot of fun. Like I definitely would try to like set 3. That was 3. Yeah, it's very satisfying. I would definitely try to do this on like different days. Maybe do like the filling the night before or something, or like the pasta the day before. I guess if you're doing ravioli, you kind of got to do both the filling and you could do the filling the night before. So if I were to do this on my own, I would probably be like, okay, I'm gonna make the filling the night before, and then I can just focus on the pasta dough, throw the filling on the next day, and it's a much quicker meal. There we go. It's legitimately just like a pizza slice. Okay. That's 2. This way, 3. There we go. That one. Okay. Run it out through the pasta roller 3 times on level 2. Let's bring it to level 2. We'll start with, we'll keep going oldest to newest. One. All right. That's 2. Kind of slippery. Like just sliding, not like wet slippery, but like slippery, I think. That's 3 on that one. Weird thing about this is it doesn't like lock in here. So I mean it's kind of nice, but at the same time, like I wish it would like click in and I could press a little button to keep it to get it out or something. I have to worry about. 1. Sorry, I'm gonna be counting like I'm on Sesame Street here, but I do want to get this right. 2. All right, 3. Man, you can really see how much more they roll out. Oh, dropping flour everywhere. Brush some of it off. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, piece. All right, it's fine. It's not taking it. It's almost not. There we go. One. 2. Ooh, this one gets. This one's long, man. Ooh, I forgot to do this part. Okay. 3. All right, now we're on the last one. That one's huge already. 1. 2. Let's go this way this time. And 3. All right. Now on to setting 3. We're doing this 3 times. I'm going to check the other recipe real quick just to make sure it's not like, hey, don't follow this part. Yeah, so roll it out to, what it's saying, I moved to 3 already? Moved it to 3. Make sure we're at 3, not 4. Oh, there's spaces in between. I'm confused. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that is pointing to the 3 now. I think I'm confused now. They're in between spots from 2, 3, or is that 4? That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That might be 4. That's 2. Okay, so that's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Okay. So when the 3 is like right there. Okay, that's good to know. You know, it's honestly the arm holding up the pasta there that gets more tired. Yeah, look how long that is. Don't you dare. Don't you dare say anything to what I just said. It's 2. And it's a 3. Goodness, this is. Alright. 1. 2. 3. 'Sorry, that's just 1. Now we're at 2. Oh no. We're gonna go back to this way just because it's being a little weird on that. 2. This is 3. I'm kind of messing up on this one a little bit. I think it's still going to be okay. So unbelievably long. It's almost too long for this one. I should have this a little further back. I need more counter space. Alright. 1. I don't know how much speed matters. I gotta make sure I don't think it's like a huge deal either way. It's 2. This is 3. This is also incredibly long. Okay. 1 time each on 4, 5, and 6. we're on 3. Now we're on 4. Now we're going to move a little faster. So we're just showing 1 time on each of these. 1. And make sure they're not going to stick to each other. But honestly, I'm probably going to need to kind of lay them on top of each other a little. I just want to... Yeah, I'm not going to lie, this is a lot of fun. I might keep saying that, but it's true. This is pretty fun. Come on, come on. Okay. 5. I wonder what you use like 7, 8, and 9 for. It is so thin. Oh wow, I can kind of see through it. That's like, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you want with words. That's exactly what you want out of your pasta dough or ravioli. Is you want it near I might have to cut some of this off on the edge here because it probably just kind of touched the sides. That's okay. I have a pizza cutter that I can. Ooh, don't knock my computer. Thought I had a pizza cutter. All right. We're just gonna use a butter knife for now. I think it's in the dishwasher. I just want to cut this edge off. Anything that's showing that kind of discoloration, I don't really want to eat that. Just touching the side of the pasta machine. Luckily, I think it's really only this piece. The other ones I was able to kind of avoid it. Okay, cool. Try to keep it centered so we avoid that same issue. Oh, I should probably have my hand to feed that side. It's just insane. And now on to 6. That's 5. 6, 7, 8. These settings are wild. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. We might have been on 6. Let's run them through, at least this one again. Now we know we're on 6. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, we're not doing any of the folding. It's literally too big. That's fine. I could just use the counter. Actually, I might just use the counter. But I am still going to need these, so I think it's fine. I'm just going to go flour the counter over here. Okay. Ooh. Probably going to be going back and forth because we're going to need to roll this dough multiple times. Still going to need some more. All right, 9 o'clock, not too terrible. Hopefully, be done by freaking 10. I don't like eating this meat because then it just kind of messes up my next day, but it's okay. I enjoy doing this, that's for sure. Always just go to that side. I mean, I guess it's good that we're cleaning it, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I can kind of see through it. It's exactly what we want. Maybe argue it's like a little thick. I think it's fine. Okay. All right. How much can we see here? There we go. All right. Okay, spread the 4 pasta sheets on a well-floured work surface. Use 1 tablespoon cookie scoop to portion out the filling. I'm gonna wash this thing real quick in my hand. Then we'll get. Got any fun plans for Halloween, Dreadlock? Oh man, last time, when you may have stopped by, but there was another person here who had who had the word "real" in their name. So I was honestly thinking for a second, like, shoot, is this the same person as Dreadlock? And I asked, and they were like, no. I might have insulted them a little, but it's fine. They'll live. They'll get over it. Why am I going there? Okay. My mind is not always working in this way, but we're going to use this to hopefully store ravioli. May have just wasted a bunch of parchment paper, but we'll see. We'll probably cook the steak is probably while we're getting the water hot because it's going to be hard to multitask all of this. Okay. I don't have a scoop, so I may just have to kind of mold it with my hands. This is going to get real messy. Oh my gosh, this is already just so messy. Okay. Oh no, that's too close. That's too close. I might just be better off using like a regular spoon, but this is fine. It's kind of portioning it out nicely. Hmm. I might want to use the longer ones to drape. That's a lot. It's fine. This does not make a lot. Oh, so messy. Okay. Yeah, you like Halloween, Dreadlock? I'm a big fan. Me and my wife are going to a Halloween party that my friend throws every year, so that'll be fun. Okay. I don't have a ravioli stamp. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm gonna better clean this real quick. I need to soap it up. And I need to wash my hand again. I'm not using this thing for pizza. Good. Oh, that was good. Wash my hands for the bajillionth time. There's a lot left over. I might have to make more on Sunday, which is fine. Honestly, the pasta dough, it's not that. I am gonna take this and just give ourselves a little bit of a outline around each of them, a little bit of a wet outline, so that way the pasta will stick a little better. Uh, this may not be like super necessary, but it will help create an extra seal. It's a little there. It's a little bit liquidy, so I like the bit of help this is giving. I don't know. Maybe it'll make it worse. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it for the rest of it. I guess we can test and see which one does better. Okay. This might be the hardest part of this whole thing. Just making sure there's enough space around the ravioli. This is where it's like kind of, it can completely fall apart. Well, it's the cooking process where it can completely fall apart, but you get what I mean. You understand. Make sure there's enough space on the edges. Okay. I think we're good. Just gonna I've got to dry this thing. No, I dried it. It's just still a little wet. It's fine. If I line these up a little better. All right. Now we can try to cut off a little bit of excess for some of these, not all of them. But we'll probably be able to get like a good maybe like one more set of everything. Yeah, we don't want like too much taken off because we need space. I'm just trying to create as much as I can. Making these pretty little kind of octagonal type things. Look at that. That's a piece of ravioli right there. Beautiful. We're going to need to crimp those edges. If I can just get, kind of cut the corners off of some of these. Flour. All right. Some of these do have some extra space we can afford to take off. Some of them probably want to keep as much as we can. So we're going to try to make, some of them will not be as pretty as others, and that's okay. Ooh, that one was really sticking. Need more flour, obviously, on this surface. it is times like this where I do wish that I had a little stamp for ravioli. I can see that being a big time saver. Like, some of these I really don't want to take too much off. So some of these are going to be a lot prettier. Oh, this one is really sticking. Where's my bed scraper? Whew, okay. Very thin. I'm going to try to crimp that off. That's going to be a tough piece. That one might kind of fall apart on us. Yeah, that's an ugly piece. That's fine. Some pieces are going to be ugly. Okay, I'm changing up. I'm going to make some of them kind of circles-ish. Definitely not perfect, but they don't need all the edges they have here. Especially this side. Wow. Okay. Now I can get out a fork and crimp these edges. What we can do is we can try to form this back into another ball and hopefully cut it in half. We can make a little more ravioli, like a little more, so that I know we have enough for Sunday for me and my wife to enjoy. But it'll literally just be me and my wife. I can't fathom anyone else being able to eat this. I'm just gonna work some moisture into here. There's a lot more glue worked into this now. All right. It's tough. It's like bubble gum, like chewed gum tough. I don't know how much I can work this. It is real tough. guess I can kind of try to trust it and add some water. Get it nice and moisturized. Might help. It's also pretty damn small, so not going to get the full. Oop. A little flour. Put that in there. All right. All right, got it cut in half. I'm just gonna turn this way. Sorry, it's not gonna be like the best angle or anything, but fits into a disc. I'm honestly not sure it's gonna work. This dough might be a little too worked, but we're gonna try. There we go. Get it through. All right, hopefully that's the hardest bit right there. Honestly, if I use a rolling pin, that might be a little bit. All right. Now, setting 2. Three. One on 4, 5, and 6. Twice. Let me check it. Come on, load, buddy. Okay, 4, 5, and 6, once each. 4. Five. You can see it like shrinking back. So this dough is a little overworked, which I'm not surprised. Bring it to 6. I can kind of see through it. It's not perfect. I ain't passed through 6 twice. Just really try to force that gluten to cooperate. Don't think it's going to, though. Okay. You can get maybe 3 or 4 more out of this. Okay, so I think we got 4 more out of this. That's good. Could maybe try to squeeze a little bit more out of this, but we've got 4, 2, 3, 8, 12, 15 of them. And like, I only need to eat like 1 or 2 tonight. So I can save the rest for Sunday. But man, this is a lot of work for like not that much payoff. I will say, like, I'm just not even gonna worry about how much is on these. I'm not super worried about how they look. But we can boil these scraps here and just enjoy them as like a little bit of extra. So we'll just kind of cut these up into little strips. Most of them already are. Yeah, there's like pretty much nothing there. So Okay, now it's time to crimp the edges. Make sure you got a floured enough surface. Don't want sticking. Okay. Grab the fork carefully. All right. Oh, whoops. Turn you guys back around here. Okay, now all we're doing is just trying to close these edges down and make sure that nothing is getting through. This is what helps makes them look prettier. I'd say some people have stamps that there we go. That's a piece of ravioli. I'm going to grab a tray here and lay some of them out on the parchment paper. By the way, I think I need all this flour. I'm gonna move that. Parchment paper should be enough. That pile there. Deal with it later. A nice little pile of flour. Okay. Let's make the workspace just a little. Some of this is a little excessive. Okay. So I am not trying to make these perfect. I am just trying to make them. All right. The ravioli's down. I will say this is surprisingly pretty it's labor intensive, but it's doable. Like this is a good fun idea for beginners because you really feel like you're cooking when you're making pasta and you're making ravioli out of it. So for beginners, make yourself some ravioli. It's not super difficult. Follow the instructions. You're gonna do great. And you made fresh pot stuff. How cool does that feel? This definitely won't impress my family because we do this every year for Christmas. But I'm sure family and friends would be like, "Wow, you made all that!" Doing this all by yourself is a lot. I'm definitely glad I'm able to help my mother out when she makes a ravioli because it's a lot of work. This is the one it's just so thin. So some of these might pop. It's just we're gonna try to keep it all in. Gosh darn it! If it kills me. All right. Okay, I'm actually gonna go ahead and start getting this pan hot. Oh, shoot, there's flour burner and there's flour in the pan. Get that out of there. Off of there. I'm only gonna do one steak. I didn't do any preparation with it. I'm just gonna salt it um, before I put it on, but so at least let it sit out for a few, and then we can make the sauce with some of the frond. I think it's frond from the steak. Hey, what's up, Trent? I'm making this one's awful. That's horrible. I'm making butternut squash ravioli, and ooh, that's the worst one. It's this one. It got stuck to the counter, so that one may be a sacrifice, but that's okay. I put too much filling in a few of these. Okay. But yeah, I don't have specifically like a ravioli cutter, ravioli stamp, so I gotta do this by hand with a fork. But investing in a ravioli stamp isn't the worst idea, honestly. It might be a good gift for my parents, my mom. So we do this every year. But yeah, thanks for joining. If I haven't mentioned, I do this roughly every week, every other week. So if you want to see more content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to learn how to cook like a professional chef by just learning myself, learning at home. Um, I'm not working for restaurants. I'm not I'm not taking any classes. I am just reading books, practicing myself, and seeing what it takes to be able to cook at a somewhat professional level just by learning stuff at home. Now, eventually, I would like to try to actually earn the title of chef. That originally wasn't in my plan, but it's since become a goal, and so eventually I will maybe try to go work in a kitchen to really hit that like next level. But I want to see how far I can go. Just just working with my computer and books and YouTube, like following that way. Like, how much better of a cook can I get just from that? And just proves like, hey, like, isn't that something just for the pros? You can do it too if you're dedicated enough and you really want to learn. Yeah, I'm gonna be one. I'm gonna cook this one, this crappy one, today. Oh, don't stick. Stop sticking. Why are you sticking? Okay. Think we're okay? Ooh, that was... Please tell me these aren't sticking. Okay, so we're going to use the bad ones today. That way, all the good ones will go in the freezer, and I will cook them on Sunday for me and my wife. She won't be here tonight. She's out with friends. She's having a good old time. And I'm trying to make something of myself. That is a lot of filling on this one. Yeah, I definitely cut this one a little too close, but that's okay. It'll be fine. I might make that the 3 that I make for myself. And the rest of this will go in the freezer. I think I'm going to use this one. It has some flour on it. So I'm just transferring them. Hopefully I can fit this in my freezer. Really suck if I can't. I will take things out if I have to. And we're going to cover this with plastic wrap. Perfect. I'll just make 2 for myself tonight. I don't think I'm going to need more. And that'll leave 15. So if we do have a guest, and that's 5 for each person, and that's plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. I don't know what I was thinking. But, okay, so you know what? I will make 3 for myself. That way, yeah, words, math, all that sort of fun stuff that I'm getting too tired to talk about. Okay, and I don't need to use this giant pot since I'm only cooking 3. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put this one in the fridge for now. I will deal with this later. This is getting hot still. That there. I can use a smaller pot. And we can go ahead and And probably start the water, get it hot in the kettle. I like that trick. And also get everything ready for the sauce. All right. Need more garlic and sage for the sauce. I might just throw some of the yeah, I'm just gonna kind of eyeball the sauce, honestly. Probably use most for the rest of this. We can take a nice. No, we will not. Just because I'm not entirely sure. I think it's fine. I don't know what YouTube's things on that. So I'm not gonna drink alcohol on stream. Should be okay. Actually, how about this? A little hot. All right. I got our plate. I'm going to get a steak. Do not care which one. That one looks. And I'm going to vacuum seal the rest of these. But I'll do that off stream. Probably put them in a Ziploc bag for now and do that tomorrow. But now I'm going to go ahead and just salt. I don't have any pepper left, so I'm not going to do pepper. Season my steak. Well, should have had it dry, and that's okay. I'm not expecting to get super great crust on this. But at least I know what I'm doing. I'm not intentionally just screwed up. A little oil in here. I'm not going to use olive oil. Yeah. Use a little bit of this avocado oil here. Just enough. Do the rest of this. Just enough to. It's hot. Hot. All right. Let's get this in here. All right. Now we're going to get out of. I just was lopsided again. There we go. Oh, goodness. It is 10 o'clock. Hoping to be done by now, but that's okay. We're actually almost there. actually doesn't look too bad. We're just gonna keep moving this. We're just gonna keep this steak here till it moves. And then we're gonna flip it. Luckily, I don't think it's gonna take too terribly long for this steak. It's pretty, you know, where it's thin. It's a pretty thin steak, so might even we're gonna get another cutting board. We'll have the steak rest on that. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let the steak end up resting on that. Alright, there we go. I don't know if I can get under this thing. Ow! Fuck. Oh. That's a great crust, honestly, on that. That's kind of awesome. And I'll check the temperature on it. We wanted to get like, I think it's like 140-ish for medium, which is kind of going for like a medium rare, so maybe like 135, 140 will be there for us. Ah, man. It didn't hurt that bad, the splatter, but didn't necessarily feel good either. Oh, I forgot the broccoli. Ah, screw it. Forget the broccoli. I don't really have any greens to use. I have some, like, spring mix. I'll just use that for, like, a little garnish, a little decoration on it. That. This is empty. Get rid of that. Not closed cord. Now that we've got this hot water, we can go ahead and turn this on. Probably need a little more water. That's probably good. We're done. That's going to probably cook up to about, I don't know, medium well. Hopefully not too much. Right, we can turn this down. And we can add our wine. What we're gonna do, we're gonna throw some of this in there for all the other flavor. And we have hey. Oh, I left this in there. That's perfect. I won't add too much. Just enough to make a sauce. This works great. There's our sauce, honestly. Taste it. Eat off. It's good. Okay. I do need to stir it. Though, I need this water to get hot. It needs to get really hot. I burned my tongue. Alright. That's a nice little sauce got there that we can put all over it. There are parts of this that are going to be pretty well done, I think. But it's going to taste good, so that's nice. Alright, while this is heating up, I'm going to go put the meat in a plastic bag, like the rest of them back in the fridge. I can season them tomorrow. Cook them up on Sunday. We've got nice steak to have with the ravioli. There we go. Now, if I recall, ravioli will not take long to cook. So that is the. Oh, I have this on the wrong setting. Very wrong setting. No wonder it's not getting hot. Four minutes. Timing wise, this isn't horrible. It's turning into a little bit more of like kind of a pulp, but for a quick sauce that Didn't have a ton of time. I also have Asiago cheese. Maybe I'll try to make some. Yeah, cheese is the main. I also thought about crisping up some prosciutto, but I think that would have been too much. Doing this all for the first time, on my own at least, I think it's well enough. I've never had Asiago cheese. I got it home. Good. It's a lighter Parmesan. That's really freaking good. No, that's what becomes Parmesan at some point. I think we're ready to cut into the steak. Yeah, you can see from up there. He's got to move some stuff. Yeah, very medium well. It's hard with a steak that's this thin. I should have pulled it off after it stopped moving on second one. It would have been kind of perfect, but I've got some good pink in there. I can show you a piece. You can see it there. Yeah, it's got some pink to it. It's actually pretty solid. Like it's got gray ring of death for days, but I'm gonna give it a taste. Hmm. Tastes like steak. Tastes like good steak. Hmm. I think it's all gonna go well together. All right, we're almost there. We're almost to a boil. Oh my goodness. Please don't judge me. How messy. This is this is a very messy meal, for sure. I'm gonna salt the crap out of the water. Ready for this? It might not be this whole thing. At least half of it. They're only gonna be in there for like 4 minutes, so it's not even a huge deal how salty it is. Well, it is. It needs to be salty. My point, but salty like the ocean. What my great grandmother always said. I do have a great grandmother that's alive, but it's just not that great grandmother. Okay, that's salty enough, I think. Get the rest of the salt dust from my hands in there and be perfect. We're like almost there. We are seriously so freaking close. We should almost be able to taste it. I do something. Okay, I don't think I did. I'm pretty much just focused on this right here. Sorry, I keep forgetting to hold the chat up, so I apologize. Steak and ravioli, not in the ravioli, but steak with ravioli. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fall flavors, and I think that I don't know. I think it'll work. I could have done chicken, but I've cooked with chicken a lot this week, so I'm kind of tired of chicken. Um, So yeah, steak with ravioli. I mean, steak and pasta is the thing, so I might finish the steak before we can finish cooking the pasta. So there's that. But I do understand the kind of hesitance. I mean, we can try a bit of the sauce. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that works. It's not like amazing. The sauce is pretty acidic, and because I added a lot of wine, and now it's it's not really a sauce. I might not even use it, but we'll see. Oh, I can cover up my salt. All right, we're at a boil, so we can go ahead and drop in the ravioli. We got one. I nearly stuck my hand in there. 2 and 3. And then we got our nice little trimmings here. We can just kind of sprinkle in there. We're going to set our timer for 4 minutes. I've got this guy right here ready for this. Got 3 minutes. Not much I can do. I can maybe kind of try to plate this a little, but I was gonna, yeah, that's what I will. I will plate the steak. Get my hands all messy. Yeah, they do cook quick. Since it's just raw pasta, it's not dry or anything. It's already got plenty of moisture in there. So it really doesn't take very long. Part about this, it takes so long, it's just the preparation and getting everything done. But I am not seeing the ravioli breaking at all. So that's huge. That's real nice. All right, and once they start to float, that pretty much means things are ready. You can try a piece of the pasta. That could go a bit longer, I think. So this one's floating. This one's pretty much ready. These ones, I hope, aren't sticking to anything. Okay, there we go. Everything's floating. Okay, this is good. I'm still going to let it go just a bit longer. Let it go the full time. Unless it says until they float. Lobster ravioli. Ooh, yeah, that does sound really good. I will try doing that at some point. My wife just absolutely loves butternut squash and all things. Honestly, lobster would have gone really well with this. So a lobster ravioli would be freaking awesome. I've also always wanted to make a lobster bisque. I love a good bisque, good lobster bisque especially. Alrighty. I'd say that's good. Now, it's not the prettiest looking thing in the world, but get some of this extra gabagool here. I don't know why I called it that, but it feels right. And who needs vegetables? Am I right? Right? All right. Let's spoon some of this totally not a sauce. This looks like baby food. Oh, this is not going to look pretty. I'm so sorry, guys. This is... And I'm way too lazy to try and fix this sauce. So, we're just going to go with the baby food sauce. And I will just make it better for my wife. She gets to enjoy the good part. Okay. We can get some cheese on there. Make it look less like vomit. Okay, that is helping a little. Oh, nice Asiago. Top it. We'll have to do a little bit of a sprinkle of... Oh, I forgot the time and everything. Oh, that's fine. And... voila. It's not great plating. I wish that the last couple of things I made I filmed because they turned out really good. Let's bring ourselves away from the heat. Oh, okay. My phone is pretty warm. All right, now it's the moment of truth. Let's cut into the ravioli. Oh, that's not even ravioli right there. All right, let's cut into the ravioli. Get ourselves some nice filling. Oh man, it's kind of hard to do. All right. Oh, it's so hot. I'm going to burn my mouth on this, but that's fine. All right. Let's give it a go. I'm like way too close to that. I don't know. It's not that bad. It actually works really well with the steak. It's creamy. It's got some sweetness to it. Flavors are good. Salt levels are good. It actually turned out pretty well. I think. So, inside is butternut squash, ground walnuts, nutmeg, salt, sage. I'm forgetting. I think that's actually pretty much it. Oh, onions, garlic, some olive oil, a pretty good mixture inside. No cheese on the inside. I did top it with some Asiago cheese, which is basically Parmesan that hasn't been aged to the point of being Parmesan. So it's been aged about like 5 months. Or at least it's similar. It tastes very similar to Parmesan. Um, my wife's lactose intolerant, so I think she'll be happy that there isn't as much cheese inside. So, but I think it turned out really well. Pasta has nice chew. It makes me feel like it's Christmas now because I'm eating ravioli, but it's only October. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna end up eating the rest of this. But first, I want to thank you guys so much. I'm gonna bring this over here so I can see. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and joining. I had a blast cooking this today. I'm tired, my back hurts. But another success, actually. If you haven't been on here before, there have been a couple of times where I've completely ruined a meal. And that's been kind of an interesting experience. And that's kind of all a part of it. Like, I'm not a professional cook. I'm aspiring to be, but I'm still going to make mistakes. And so it's okay to do so. But this turned out way better than I could have imagined. And I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Anyone who stopped by, thank you so much. I want to shout out my friend, my buds, Trent Briggs, verified, and the real Dreadlock Boy for joining in the chat and saying hello. Really appreciate it. Really enjoyed talking to you guys. I'll probably try to stream. I don't think I'll be able to stream next week. I have a wedding to go to. I may not be streaming until like the end of October. But I will try to put up some videos for you guys in the meantime to make up for it. But thank you guys again so much for joining. I know I've thanked you a lot. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you want to see more of my content, if you want to see more of my cooking content, and if you want to see any other content I could do, please let me know down in the comments. If there's anything you want to see, definitely let me know. And I will catch you guys later. All right, I'm Professor Drew. Class dismissed. Cheers.